What would you do if the person you shared a bed with every night had an entire life you weren't allowed to see? And you only found out because her phone lit up at 2:17 a.m. with a notification from an account that had already blocked you. The room was dark except for that cold blue glow reflecting off the ceiling. Her breathing was steady beside me, soft, practiced. I remember staring at her silhouette, thinking how strange it was that someone could look so peaceful while hiding something so violent beneath the surface. My hand hovered over her phone on the nightstand for a full minute before I touched it. The notification banner was still there, a username I didn't recognize, a private Instagram account, and the message preview read, "Last night was insane. Same place tomorrow." I tapped it. User not found. That's when I realized she hadn't just hidden something from me. She had erased me from it. And I didn't move. I just lay there in the silence, staring into the dark, wondering how long I'd been sleeping next to a stranger. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel, tell us where you're from, and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. The next morning, she kissed me like nothing was wrong. "Morning, babe," she said, already halfway into her coffee. "You look tired." I nodded, forcing a smile. "Didn't sleep well." She didn't ask why. She never asked why. That was the first thing I noticed, the absence of curiosity. The way she stopped caring about the small details that used to matter. We lived in Chicago, just off West Belmont Avenue, in a condo we bought together 3 years ago. It had a view of the street below, where taxis idled and people moved like ants. It used to feel like a life we built. Now it felt like a stage, and she was performing. Over the next few days, I watched her more carefully. She angled her phone away from me, took calls in the bathroom with the fan running, started going out with friends more often, always dressed just a little too perfectly for something casual. One night, I followed her. She left around 8:30 p.m., wearing a black dress I'd never seen before. I waited 10 minutes, grabbed my keys, and drove. She didn't go far. A hotel on North Michigan Avenue. The kind of place that charged by the night, but didn't ask too many questions. I parked across the street, heart pounding so hard it felt like it was shaking the steering wheel. I saw her walk in, and 10 minutes later, I saw him. Tall, confident, smug. He didn't look around. He didn't have to, because he thought he was invisible, because they both did. I didn't confront her. Not then. That's the thing about betrayal. If you react too early, you lose. And I wasn't ready to lose. I went home, waited. When she came back, she slipped into bed beside me like nothing happened. Her skin smelled different. Not like her perfume. Something unfamiliar. Something that didn't belong in our bed. "Did you have fun?" I asked quietly. She yawned. "Yeah, just drinks with the girls." I nodded in the dark. And that's when something inside me broke. Not loudly. Not violently. Just quietly. Like glass cracking under pressure. Over the next few weeks, I became someone else. I started documenting everything. Receipts from the hotel. Photos of her entering and leaving. Screenshots from a burner account I created just to find that private Instagram she had blocked me from. It didn't take long. There she was. A different version of her. Laughing. Drinking. Wrapped around him like I didn't exist. Comments from friends I'd never met. Inside jokes. Photos taken in places she told me she'd never been. I saved it all. Every message. Every picture. Every lie. She got bolder. Colder. One night, she looked at me across the dinner table and said, "I feel like we've grown apart." I almost laughed. "You think?" I said. She sighed, like she was the victim. I don't know if I'm happy anymore." There it was. The script. The justification. I nodded slowly. "What do you want to do?" She looked relieved. "Maybe we should take some space." Space. She already had it. She just wanted permission. "Okay," I said. And that's when I started planning the end. I contacted a lawyer. Quietly. Efficiently. I made sure everything we owned, everything we shared, was documented. I learned things she didn't think I knew. Accounts, transfers, hidden expenses. I built a case. Not just for divorce. For destruction. Then I waited. The opportunity came 3 weeks later. She posted a photo on that private account, one she thought I couldn't see. A rooftop bar in downtown Chicago. Him beside her. Caption, "Finally free." Free. That word sat in my chest like a blade. So I made a call. Her parents. My parents. Our friends. And I invited them all to dinner. A small gathering, I said. Something important to share. She didn't suspect anything. Why would she? She thought I was broken. She thought I was weak. That night, we met at a restaurant on West Randolph Street. Private room. Long table. Everyone smiling, confused. She sat beside me, hand resting casually on the table. I stood up, cleared my throat. I wanted to bring everyone together, I said, because there's something important I need to share. She smiled at me, encouraging, supportive, fake. I connected my phone to the screen behind me, and then I pressed play. The room went silent. Photos, messages, videos, her, him, every detail, every lie, projected in high definition for everyone to see. Her smile vanished. "Turn it off," she whispered. I didn't. "Turn it off," she shouted, standing up. I looked at her, really looked at her, for the first time in months, and I felt nothing. "This is who you are," I said calmly. "This is what you chose." Her mother was crying. Her father looked like he couldn't breathe. Our friends stared at her like she was someone they didn't recognize, because she wasn't the person they thought she was. She grabbed her purse and ran out. He didn't show up. Of course he didn't. Men like him never do. The divorce was quick, clean, devastating for her. The evidence I gathered left no room for argument. Infidelity, financial dishonesty, everything documented. She lost the condo, the accounts, most of what she thought she had secured. But worse than that, she lost her image. Her friends distanced themselves. Her family barely spoke to her. That private Instagram account disappeared overnight, like it never existed, like she never did. I saw her once after that, months later, outside a coffee shop on North Clark Street. She looked smaller, not physically, but diminished, like something inside her had collapsed. She saw me, started to walk over, then stopped, because she knew there was nothing left to say. I just nodded once and kept walking, because the truth is, revenge doesn't feel like victory. It feels like silence, a cold, empty kind of silence where something used to live. And as I walked away from her for the last time, I realized the worst part wasn't what she did to me. It was how easily she forgot I ever mattered. The end.